What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Youth Sports Chowdown, episode 125. We've got 125 episodes under our belt, and I hope you're having a good day. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. The weather was fantastic over here during the weekend, and we have a lot of sports to talk about, a lot of cool things going. So I had to paint this weekend. I'm not a painter anymore. I never was a painter anyway. I just thought I just had to do it, but oh, well. We had wrestling Friday night. It was a good time. Donovan Cecil won the race for the case ladder match. Those clips will be up. Those videos will be up on YouTube soon. So real quick, we're going to thank the sponsors, and then we'll get started into the show. Yes, thank you to our sponsors. Also, thank you to our subscribers. And you can subscribe on Facebook for 99 cents per month. All you got to do is click that button 2 times, and you subscribe to the Diner Podcast, early access to podcasts, and early access to other things. We got all Diner Pod teams coming out soon. They want to hop on. They'll hit the sub hub first. Anyway, we got some community notes. I talk with my hands a lot, if you don't know them. Like that Wednesday dance from about 4 years ago. Boom. Podcast coming out this week. We have a state champion, Cam McCoy. That episode drops Wednesday at noon on Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify. Also, FHS Youth Soccer right there. They're still looking for 2 more athletes for their high school travel team. If you're interested, please reach out. Please, FHS Youth Soccer on Facebook. Reach out to Anthony Speaks. He's the president, and they need 2 more players. 2 more players the team's complete. And you don't have to be just from Sullivan County. You can be from a surrounding county. So there's all that, all the community notes there. And now it's time for our first segment, the next level athlete. All right, the first segment of the next level athletes. We're going across the pond. We're going to Hungary. Jalen Moore, the Cloverdale star, plays for Ingus Cormed over there in the Hungary Basketball League. They had 1 game this week. They took on ZTEKK. I don't know. That's just what the name. I don't know if that stands for something. But anyway, Ingus got the win anyway, 96-82. Kyle Foster from Howard University had 30 points and 2 rebounds. Jalen Moore had 19 points and 11 assists. Yes, that is a double. And then for ZTE, Hassan Varance from Ohio Dominican. He had 22 points and 13 rebounds as well. And then we're going to the women's college basketball hoops, the NAIA quarterfinals. Marion defeats number 2 Campbellsville 73-43. Abby McAnally had 24 points and 21 rebounds. And then Park Heritage star Emma Simpson had a board as well. This is the first time since 2017 that Marion is back. I'm sorry. I got too many backs. First time since 2017 that Marion is back in the semifinals. First time. So almost 10 years. Congratulations to Marion. Now we got some college baseball. ISU. They played 5 games this week. They start off against Gonzaga, and the Bulldogs win in 10 innings, 23-16. And then ISU takes on Illinois. The Sycamores win 4-3 in 11 innings. Jorge Castaneda had 3 hits, 2 RBIs, a double, and a home run. Yes, as an almost cycle. Greencastle star Nick Sutherland had 2 hits and a double. And then Jack Armstrong had 5 strikeouts. ISU then enters a 3-game series with Bradley, and the Sycamores go 2-1. Bradley wins the first game 10-8. Then Sycamores win 8-3. Nick Sutherland had 4 hits and a ribby. Carson Seaman had 4 strikeouts. And then the Sycamores win 18-10. And that does it for this Sycamores. We got Vincennes University. 4-game series against Illinois Central College. Illinois Central College wins 3 out of the 4. Vincennes won the first game 14-13. And then ICC wins 20-8, 15-4, and 18-8. And we got Murray State down there in Kentucky. They start off against Mid-Tennessee. Racers win 5-3. And then, oh my gosh, I need my charger. I just realized this. And we're going to roll with it as long as we can. Murray State then entered a 3-game series against Valpo. The Racers win 9-3. Dylan Zinko, Northview Star, had 1 strikeout. And then the Racers win 3-1 and 13-12. Then we have Indiana Tech, 4 games this week, two-game series. Indiana Tech against Cleary U. Indiana Tech wins both games, 5-3, 14-5. Then they take on Northwest Ohio, and Northwest Ohio wins 1-0 and 6-3. And now we have got Indiana Kokomo. They played 3-game series against their rival, Indiana Columbus. Cougars win 2 out of 3. They win 19-8, 8-4, and 8-6. Columbus wins. Then Huntington has a 4-game stretch against Bethel. They win all of them. Huntington wins all 4 games. The first game, 27. Greencastle star Kiefer Wilson, 4 hits, an RBI, a double, and a home run. RJ Anglin had 6 strikeouts. Then the second game, Huntington wins 17-8. It's really dark. Why is my screen really dark? Kiefer Wilson, 3 hits, 7 RBIs, and 3 home runs. Max Engel with 2 strikeouts on the mound. Then the third game, Huntington wins 18-3. Cam Clarkson, 3 hits, 4 RBIs, and a double. Kiefer Wilson had a hit and a double, and Grant Simmons had 4 strikeouts. Then in the final games, Huntington wins 16-3. Tanner Reinhardt's 2 hits, 4 RBIs, and 2 doubles. Kiefer Wilson had a hit, 3 RBIs, and a double. And Kai Newman had 3 strikeouts. And now we got some college softball. St. Mary of the Woods starting off the action. 2-game series against Rio Grande. Rio Grande wins both, 9-5. Libby James had a hit and 2 RBIs. Bailey Duke had a hit, an RBI, and a double. Good job for the Riverton Park Star. Lana Martinez had 2 strikeouts. Then in the second game, Rio wins 9-3. Bailey Duke had a hit and a double. Another Riverton Park Star. We got 2 Riverton Park Panthers on St. Mary Pomerettes. Jasmine Kinzer had 5 strikeouts. And then St. Mary's played a 2-game series against Shawnee. Shawnee wins both, 8-1. And then the second game, 6-3. Caden Bennett had 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and a double. Bailey Duke had 2 hits, and Jasmine Kinzer had a strikeout. And now we got IU Southeast. They took on West Virginia Tech. The Grenadiers win both games. They won 5-2, and then 8-0 in 5 innings. Caitlin Leister had 2 hits, an RBI, and a double. And another former Riverton Park Panther, Lizzie Lightgable, had a hit. Emma Davis had 6 strikeouts on the mound. Then IU Southeast takes on number 24, Rio Grande. I don't know if Rio Grande was ranked when they played St. Mary's, but they're ranked in these games. 2-game series. Rio Grande won both, 4-1 and 1-0. Racy Stallings had 3 hits, and Lizzie Lightgable had a hit in the second game. Emma Davis, 7 strikeouts. Taylor University had 4 games. I look like Arn Anderson here with my holding up my force. Played Huntington 2 games and Grace 2 games. Huntington won both their games, 3-2 and 9-5. Kaylee Larkin had a hit, 2 RBIs, and a home run. Lizzie Cinders from Clay City had a hit and 5 strikeouts on the mound. Then in the second game, Lizzie Cinders had 3 hits. Kaylin Applegate had a strikeout. Then Taylor took on Grace. Grace won both games. The first one they won 12-2. The second one they won 13-9. Delaney McCreary had 3 hits, 4 RBIs, and a home run. And Lizzie Cinders had a hit, an RBI, and a double. Claire Cullen had 2 strikeouts. And now we got Indiana Wesleyan. They played Goshen in a 2-game series, and they got the sweep. Indiana Wesleyan wins 2 games. 14-1 was the score of first one. Lexi Thompson, 3 hits, 4 RBIs, and a double. Way to represent Clay City, kid. And then Isabel, I'm going to butcher the name, Badelchis, had 4 strikeouts. And then the second game, the Indiana Wesleyan wins 3-0. Then we have a 2-game series against St. Francis. Might help if I didn't scroll so far. St. Francis wins both games. No, we split. I misread it. We split. The first game was St. Francis 11-9. The second game was Indiana Wesleyan 9-2. Now we're going to the Sun Belt. Appalachian State, 3-game series against Southern Miss. App State wins 17-4 in 5 innings in the first game. In the second game, the Golden Eagles win 13-4 in 5 innings. They got their revenge. Michaela McLean had a hit, an RBI, and a double. And the Clay City pitcher, Sophie Moshos, had a strikeout. In the third game, the Golden Eagles win 13-10. Michaela McLean had 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and 2 home runs. And Cameron Fisher had 3 strikeouts, and Sophie Moshos had 2. And then we got Rose Holman. We're back in the Hope, baby. Rose Holman had a 2-game series against Greenville. Greenville wins both. 11-9 for game 1 and 13-3 in 5 innings on the second one. Okay, that does it for the Next Level Athlete segment. Now it's time for our varsity special. I thought I'd make it back in time. I got my charger. We're good. Everything's good. All right. Is it on? Okay, we're on. All right. So high school baseball has started in Illinois. We got 2 Diner Pod teams playing baseball now, Newton Eagles and the Richland County Tigers. We're going to start off in Newton. Newton took on the Mascuda. If I butchered that name, sorry. The Indians win 19-9. But we got some stats for the Newton Eagles. David Ferguson and Drake Wolf, 2 hits and a ribby. Dexter Fulton and Gavin Minard each had a home run, and Carson Barthelemy had a double. Nolan Cleaver had 3 strikeouts on the mound. Then we get to Newton versus this other school has a long name. Cowden Herrick Beecher City Co-op, whatever that means. The Eagles win 11-0. There we go. Let's go Newton. Carson Barthelemy had 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and 2 doubles. 2, baby. Dominic Baltzell had a hit, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and a double. That's 2, 2, and 2. Well, something like that. Quincy Fulton had 2 hits, 2 RBIs, a double, and a home run. Yes, that is an almost cycle. Maddox Horner and David Ferguson, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. And then Gavin Minard had 6 strikeouts on the mound. And then the third game, Newton takes on LaSalle, Peru. The Eagles win 8-4. Drake Wolf, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and 2 doubles. So 2. Quincy Fulton, 2 hits, an RBI, and a home run. Gavin Minard had 2 hits, an RBI, and a double. And Eli Wolf had 6 strikeouts. So the Newton Eagles go 2-1 for the week. Let's go to Richland County. They take on Cumberland, and the Tigers win 8-7. Gavin Root and Nolan Seals, 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Cooper Hires, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and a home run. Drew Mosby had 2 hits. Carter Blank and Owen Cycle had a double. And then Cooper Hires and Maddie Sanders had 4 strikeouts. And then Richland County against Effingham, the Effingham Hearts, that's a sweet name, won 5-1. Nolan Seals had 2 hits and a double, and then Brody Redmond had 3 strikeouts. Well, with baseball season starting in Illinois, softball season started in Illinois. Newton had 4 games, and they went 3-1. No stats, so here's some scores. Newton against Red Hill, the Eagles win 13-1. Newton versus Cumberland, the Pirates win 7-4. Newton versus Vandalia, Eagles win 15-0. Newton versus Cowden Herrick Beecher City Co-op, 11-0 Eagles. And then Richland County against Benton, the Tigers win 4-3. Jalen Gwynn, 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and a double. Miranda Dowdy had a double as well. And then on the mound, Jalen Gwynn and Kaya Sissengood had 5 strikeouts. We got some club wrestling going on still. And we do have some champions. And the junior, we went Stutter Stanley over here. Kind of struggling myself. Beach Grove, Havoc at the Hive. We're going to start off in junior folk style, the junior division. In folk style, James Beasley took second from Riverton Park. And then the junior freestyle, Jay Johnson from Red Cobra took first place. In second place, Bryce Glaze from Red Cobra and Tyler Sandusky from Franklin Central. And James Beasley from Riverton Park took second in the freestyle. In the 16U folk style, Alexa Whitlow, Hannah Beasley, James Rebola, Reese Benjamin, and Reese Benjamin also got first place in the freestyle as well. And then in second place, Jaden Bronson from Franklin Central, Keegan Smith, and Alexa Whitlow all took second place in there in the 16U. Still learning as we're transitioning to folk style and freestyle, still trying to figure all that out. So I kind of stutter and rumble, bumble, stumble over myself. Then we got basketball. Indiana High School hoops, semi-state action. We had 5 teams represented. Tarrant North took on New Albany. New Albany wins 65-57, ending the Patriots season. But then we got Park Heritage against Triton Central in 2A. Park Heritage wins 44-38. Trey Shelsky had 19 points and 4 rebounds. Carter Crum, 10 points and 7 boards. And then Linton against Austin in overtime. The Miners win 82-74. Now we got the semi-state championship. I totally forgot here. Well, we'll get to that in a second. Park Heritage, Linton Miners, semi-state championship. 66, I can't read, to 53. Park Heritage is your semi-state champions. Congratulations to the Wolves. I call them the Wolves. To the Wolves. Carter Crum, 24 points and 7 boards. Isaac Pickle had a double-double, 16 points and 11 rebounds. Trey Shelsky, 16 points, 5 assists. And then we got North Vermilion taking on Monroe Central in the first round of semi-state. The Falcons win 63-55. Once again, the whole reading thing is trouble. Then in the championship, North Vermilion takes on Triton. Triton wins 51-45, ending a historic season for North Vermilion. And then we go down south. Bloomfield against Hauser. Hauser wins 54-40. And what I was going to do was I had some pictures for the wrestling. There's James Rabola representing Prodigy, and there's Reese Benjamin representing the Contenders Wrestling Club. So now we got some AAU action. 14U, the Havoc, 14 Silver. They were at the Shamrock Classic. They played 3 games. They take on West Virginia 20-30. West Virginia wins 42-22. Brooklyn Ison led the way with 8 points and 8 rebounds. And then Adley Pearson had 8 points and 3 rebounds. The Havoc then take on CCE Harmon. CCE wins 35-19. Area Elliott had 6 points and 5 boards. Charlie Spezia had 3 points and 2 rebounds. Brooklyn Ison had 4 points and 6 boards. Then the Havoc took on the Indiana Sirens. The Sirens went 52-14. And now we got the Chaos, baby. Chaos won state last year. They're a very good team. They're starting off with scrimmages. They scrimmage the Savages in 2 games. The Chaos won both. They won the first one 12-6 and the second one 6-2. For the first game, Ethan Beasley and Gannis Surley, 2 hits and 2 ribbies. Reed Robinson had 2 hits and an RBI. Patrick Stevens with a double. And Cruz, the boogeyman Shepherd, had a home run. Reed Robinson also had 3 strikeouts on the mound. Then in the second game, Cruz Shepherd, 2 hits and a ribby. Reed Robinson had 2 hits. Cole Sessinger had a double. And Wyatt Tabler got it right the first time. I didn't have to be corrected. Wyatt Tabler, 2 strikeouts, said it for doubles reference. I totally forgot to do my segment. Well, we're transitioning. We're going to transition now to the rookie report. See, I have a notepad right here. Like, it's supposed to tell me, but I have to look at it, I just got to look at it. Anyway, Chaos, you were under the rookie report, but you're still, this week, you're varsity special. But now with the rookie report, the Junior Knights 5th grade takes on BYU over at the Wabash Valley Family Community Center. The Knights win big time, 58-2. Jace Batzer led the way, 11 points and 2 rebounds. Ethan Beasley had 10 points and 2 rebounds. Carter Burnett and Wyatt Hayes each had 9 points. And now we got the 8U Warriors. The Warriors scrimmage the Outcast Wolf team for 2 games. The Warriors win both 16-7 and 18-1. In the first game, Nora Grace Thiemann, 3 hits, 4 RBIs, and a double. Aubrey Sansky had 3 hits and 4 RBIs. Lily Lumpson, 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and 2 doubles. Olivia Goda had 3 hits and 2 ribbies, and Delaney Wilson with 3 hits. In the second game, the Warriors went 18-1. Ellie Meisner, 3 hits, 3 RBIs, and a double. Lily Lumpson, 3 hits, 3 RBIs, and a home run. Delaney Wilson had 3 hits and 2 RBIs. Nora Thiemann and Willow Stranger each had 3 hits, an RBI, and a double. So congratulations to the Warriors. Now we got youth wrestling. We're back at Havoc at the Hive in the 8U division. Kylie Moore from Franklin Central won folk style and freestyle. Congratulations, Kylie. In second place, Braxton Sims from the Alphas and Paxton Watton from Prodigy. Over in 10U, Kyan Franklin from Avon won freestyle, and Jensen Fears from Prodigy took second place in the folk style. In 12U, Braxton Whitlow, help if I could read, pal, from Southmont took second place, and Grace Sims from the Alphas took second place. Over in 14U, Tucker Brentlinger from Prodigy, Adam Villa from Franklin Central, Carson Underwood from Red Cobra, and Carly Sims from the Alphas all took first place in their division. In second place, Colton Moorcraft from Franklin Central, Jason Wilson from Owen Valley, Adam Villa from Franklin Central in the freestyle, and Jaden Wilson from Owen Valley in the freestyle. They took second place in their classes. So wrestling I'm learning as we go with wrestling. I'm so excited to keep talking about wrestling. These athletes do great. All the athletes that we just talked about are doing fantastic. But now it is time for my favorite part of the show, the Red Velvet Power Performers. And now this week's Power Performers are Carson Barthelem from Newton, Quincy Fulton from Newton, Gavin Minert from Newton, Eli Wolf from Newton, Cooper Hires from Richland County, Jalen Gwynn from Richland County, Miranda Doty from Richland County, Kaya Sessengood from Richland County, Trey Shelsky from Park Heritage, Carter Crum from Park Heritage, Isaac Pickle from Park Heritage, Connor Pettis from Southmont, Jay Johnson from Red Cobra, James Rabola from Prodigy, Reese Benjamin from the Contenders Wrestling, Brooklyn Ison from the Havoc, Reed Robinson from the Chaos, Jace Batzer from the Junior Knights, Lily Lumsden for the Warriors, Kylie Moore from Franklin Central, Jensen Fears from Prodigy, Grace Sims from Alphas, and Tucker Brentlinger from Prodigy. So congratulations to all of our power performers. I forgot, I got a clip I got to show you. Check out, this is from the Koa Chaos 16U volleyball team. Check this video out. That was impressive. That's why you do not give up on a play. You keep going as hard as you can. Congratulations to the Chaos on that play. That was phenomenal. And keep sending in clips. Keep sending in your podium finishes, your championship photos. I'm going to keep posting those. So thank you to everybody. I'm going to hit the sponsors one more time, and then we're out of here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, players. Thank you, coaches. Thank you, parents. Thank you, sponsors. Thank you, subs. We'll see you next week. Keep pushing.